Hi, it's the sisters, Lisa
and Maria.
We're going to be talking about the assessment, because that's pretty much kind of where you want to start off too.
Yes.
I mean, where do you start? Do you start bringing up stuff you need to heal from? Do you talk about the goals of wanting to reconnect? And maybe it's not even reconnect. Maybe it's to connect for the very first time. Yes. We can't take for granted that, we've always had a connection, but there's a lot of people that don't. We'll start with the assessment.
Which you created the assessment.
I did.
I thought was amazing, because like you said, that's where it starts. You got to assess what's going on.
Make the commitment, like we spoke about before. It's all about a commitment. It's a contract. It's like, hey, here's the deal. Are you willing to go through it?
Speaking of commitment, sisters, I'm talking to you. I would love to read you my commitment when you first get started, besides the assessment, is just in your heart, commit to wanting to go through the process and the journey. This is my sort of mission statement, commitment for you. I wrote it for myself, but for us as sisters. Looking forward, a new chapter. I'm writing this as a promise to myself and to you, my sister. I promise to keep showing up even when it's hard. I promise to keep listening even when I don't understand. I promise to keep loving you, not just for who you are now, but for the little girl who held my hand in the dark and said, "We'll get through this together." We're not just sisters, we're a team, a safe place, a lifeline, and no matter what, that will never change. This journey is just the beginning of a new chapter for us, a chapter filled with honesty, growth, and a love that's deeper than words. Here's to us, Lisa. Here's to our sisterhood. Aww. And here's to our sisterhood with you. We would like to invite you in to be our sister as well. Oh gosh, she's gonna start crying now.
That's really good.
Aww.
I know.
You pull stuff out and you get vulnerable and you open up your heart. True emotions come in. You are going to be amazed what you pull out of yourself. You might think it's about one thing, and then it ends up being something completely different.
Thank you, Maria, for making me emotional.
She asked, you ask and you shall receive. She told me to do my homework so that I could be in the present moment, eyes wide open for you.
Unveiling the pain and struggles assessment, recognizing and confronting that unspoken pain like we talk about. Whether it's talked about, whether it's out in the open, whether it's public knowledge or what, we've got that inside. And sometimes something triggers it that you're not even aware of. Like a few sections of this assessment, so you'll have this assessment. And we made it pretty easy. So number one, and so we grade these 1 to 5. So 1 being unlikely, number 5 is like, yes, totally on target.
She's the one that created the assessments. We want to start on the ground floor. Assessment is to figure out what is really going on. You get to commit. If you're going to do this and you really want that authentic connection and that bond,
there's no shortcut.
Put it down in writing, because we can always say, oh, I want to do that, and then you get busy and you forget about it. But when you can reread it, which we reread a lot of our stuff, it gets in your core. We want you to feel the same way.
Yeah.
Don't you want to feel the same way? I know that there's been times where I've felt distant and lonely, and sometimes you think you know what it is, but it ends up being something different. Ask her 3. On the assessment, number 1 says, I am open to exploring the deeper layers of our sisterhood to uncover any unspoken pain or unresolved conflicts. Try to give you examples to kind of spur your mind. It's scary, but I know there's something beneath the surface. We need to unearth it to heal. I can't continue feeling this emotional burden weighing me down.
I definitely put yes. I definitely want to continue to move through what we've been working on, and I agree. I'm open, I'm committing, I'm willing to explore the deeper layers, but I do find myself still wanting to run away, sometimes wanting to flee, leave, or give up. The only way to continue to grow is to go through it. We've done so much work together and individually to heal. Still find myself panicking sometimes, so it's kind of ironic that your commitment was like, oh, I'm not going to leave. I'm not going to.
See?
How many times
and
do
I
you
always
have to tell
know.
me?
I know. And when you go through this process, you get to know your sister on a different level. I know when she's going to flee. No, I do. And so I've got a couple ropes set up around the house, and I just like
booby traps.
I'm like a cowgirl, and I'm just like, whoop, I'm reeling her in, or like a fishing pole, like just reeling her in. And then I just say, you know, like, you're not going anywhere. What's up? Tell our sisters the reasons why you want to flee.
And it really doesn't have as much to do with you as me. Though you want to like jump through hoops and go, what's wrong? What can we, you know, you want to fix me sometimes still.
Yeah.
We get to that point because it is, you know what, it's exhausting. Fearful, looking at, you know, the things that I still get to work on, my habits, my hang-ups, my whatever. And so sometimes you know, it depends, you know, have I stayed up too late? Did I not eat right? You know, it all affects your emotions. It's mainly I'm disappointed in myself, or I feel like I should be somewhere further along. I look at how far my sister's come. You? Did I just touch your boob?
I think she did. But I was just going with it. See what we do to just like kind of like loosen up the conversation. That's what we do.
Get back to clean, Maria. Okay?